What's going on, you guys? Good morning. Just giving a brief update. I just gave an update on another channel. I'm going to circulate the channel on this channel when I'm done if you want to follow it as a backup. So last night, Xavier, for the first time in 4.5 years, left me stranded with no idea where he is or what he was doing. Prior to that, there were 2 other nights that he spent apart from me, that we spent apart from each other, but I was secure in a safe location. I don't know what he's doing. He has not had his mind. He has not been showing up for me at all. He has been sleeping on a sidewalk in Lincoln Park, which I've been sharing with you guys. It's not a funny situation. There's nothing cute about it. I'm trying to build a business for us. My goal to purchase my home by the end of this year remains. That is still the goal. But despite the fact that I have been corruptly handled and forced and extorted and exploited and harmed and victimized repeatedly, I have still to this day not received the answers to any of the questions that I have with regards to clarity. I have voluntarily decided not to engage any further with the court system regarding this situation. I have asked that my son be signed over to his paternal grandmother, Celia Montoya, and that Celia be given temporary guardianship or adoption privileges, as she's been his primary custodial parent this entire time, to my understanding, despite the visits that I have always attended on time, with proper clothing, food, toys, clothes, whatever he needed. I was charged with civil indirect contempt for documenting what's been going on at the last court date. That was court date number 29. I've sent over 100 emails looking for advocacy and assistance. The attorney, Sydney Weiss, who was supposed to be helping me with this case, has adamantly refused to grant me any SharePoint access or allow me to file any petitions. They have still to this day refused to hear my emergency motion to vacate, filed in April of 2024, just 2 months after my son was born. They have filed multiple corruptive pieces of documentation and false narratives with regards to my situation. And I just want to remind everyone, there was a task caseworker named Kimberly. Kimberly was an older Black woman, I would say maybe in her 50s. And she was very, very aloof to computers and technology. She knew nothing about anything at all. And she would pick me and Xavier up to go to these drug tests where I passed every one, of course, because I've never done a hard drug in my life. And I haven't even smoked pot in 5 months, but pot is legal in the state of Illinois. So that was a non-issue. And she discharged me from the program satisfactorily. But I want to remind you that I had to go and set up her intake forms for her. And I had to navigate her through the system with her and help her learn the system and what to click on her responses. And this is a woman who would go out of her way to come and pick Xavier and I up from the visit, let us ride in her air-conditioned car, bring us to the visit without subjecting us to further abuse on the train, treated us like human beings, but had no clue how to operate a computer system. So it's me, the supposed drug addict, right, who's too fucked up to have her child, doing all of the data entry and documentation for this entire fucking case. And no one has paid me a goddamn penny to do so. And so now I need to be paid. And so where I'm at with all of this is that I'm growing a business in AI marketing and development, AI implementation, new business development, et cetera, and so forth. And so I'm going to continue on that path. And I have, thank God for today, someone who's able to come and rescue me and meet with me and help me at least for another 24 to 48 hours of this fucked up ass shit show. And so I haven't heard from Xavier since about 11:30 last night, when he told me that he was on Diversey and I believe Clark, waiting for Taco Bell or Papa John's to close because they promised that they would give him food at the end of the night around 3 or 4 a.m. But I saw him yesterday and the day before yesterday and every single day. And oh, keep in mind that he lived with me in my apartment full time with no days off while I paid the rent alone, working 7 out of 7 days a week, driving people their food deliveries, picking people up and giving personal driving rides, etc., and so forth, and many, 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 many other things. So the entire time Xavier would nap in the back seat while I would work, drive us to the visits with Weston, pay for the food, pay for his clothes, pay for the toys, pay for whatever we were doing in the visit, working 6 to 14-hour shifts, sometimes 18-hour shifts. Me, while Xavier took a nap in the back seat and I worked day after day after day after day after day. And do you know that while I was doing Uber, I was getting about $1,500 a week, which still doesn't align with federal minimum wages when you add in the cost of the vehicle that I had to rent at the time. Thank God I have a vehicle that's been purchased for me, that I purchased in my name exclusively with no cosigner, as well as everything else. The rent, keeping the lights on in my building where no one at 1055 West Granville was paying a penny of rent other than me. No one. Not Xavier, not my neighbors, not the people above me, not the people below me, not anyone, not the landlord even, just me. The only person paying a fucking penny of rent was me. Always. And the only person showing up for court and filing documents and arguing the original caseworker, Jessica Santiago, went on the record on transcript and said, the judge said, do you have any question that Heather is a good mother and would be capable of parenting her son? And she said, no. And she said, they said, if he could go home today with her, would you recommend that? And she said, yes, I would. And that was 2 months into this case. And 28 months passed. 28 months of me showing up to every single visit at the Maywood office as well as the Hillside office. And when I perceived that there was something unlawful, unethical going on there, I called Hillside Police. And by the way, my name is Heather Gillespie Smith. I called Hillside Police. I called Maybrook Police. I called Cook County Sheriffs. I called State Police. I called every fucking policing agency in this region that you could think of. Plus, I told the judge and the state's attorneys and my attorney, Ellen Sydney Weiss. And the state's attorneys were Amanda Jolly, Robert Rodemeyer. The attorney at Lightham was Lynn Pavlon, a whole bunch of people. And the judge had the audacity to charge me with civil contempt of court, knowing that they're speaking this shit out of my fucking body and mind without me being able to fucking control a goddamn thing. Nothing. Oh, well, we patted you with a mental health disturbance so that no one could charge you with a felony. Fuck you. You patted me. So you destroyed my reputation, caused anyone who advocated for me to feel dumb in doing so, made them to believe that I was mentally incompetent so that you could pad me, so that you could run setup plays, so that you could help someone who isn't me or my kids. Got it. Got it. That is wild, isn't it? So anyways, I just got into the details. If you have any questions about the Lurker group or anything that they've been involved in, please direct them to Arnett Flowers. You can find them on Facebook under Arnett Flowers. And I will be circulating the narrative that I just made on the new backup Instagram page. Oh, P.S. Arnett is also one of the people who I told back when I was being brainwashed and coerced into working for the city and state and federal government as a courtier so that they could extort people without my knowledge, willingness, permission, or consent. Keep that shit on the record. Arnett is one of those people who backed me into a corner and told me if I didn't give him $200 out of $500 that I made in an hour for the referral, that he would make sure that he called DCFS on me and had my kids taken away too. So thanks a lot, Arnett. Appreciate that. That's love right there. That's a brother, right? If I ever fucking heard of one. Never did a goddamn thing to you. Never did a goddamn thing to your sister or your fucking friends or any fucking one of you people. Ever. Fuck all of you.